Okay, hello and welcome to Pop Along RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing. But we do other things other than just racing, and today the sun is shining. It's coming towards the end of October, and we've not got many really sunny days left, I don't think, because the winter is drawing in. So I've decided to go out for a little stroll with my FTX Centaur. Cracking little rock crawler this, or scale crawler. But I've gone to one of my favourite locations here in the Chiltern Hills. There's loads and loads of footpaths for us to walk along, but there's also some really steep hills. So yeah, hopefully I'll probably be out for a couple of hours strolling around, see how many kilometres I can do. I've got about 4 batteries with me today, so this car should last the duration. At the moment I've literally just left the car park, so we're hopefully going to come out of these trees and we'll be up on the hills. And say the sky is clear, and it is a beautiful day. Obviously I'm in the trees at the moment, so it doesn't look as amazing. At the moment I'm driving one-handed, so I'm steering with my thumb, but the car's really easy to control, and while we're on these wide tracks I don't need to stress. So anyway, thought I'd bring you along on my little walk. So if you saw our previous video when I introduced the idea of going out walking to get my steps up, it's just a bit of a fitness bid really, because I have become quite sedentary over the last few years, and I actually quite like walking out in the country. I live in an amazing area. There's some really nice walks, and this is just an excuse really to get out and have a stroll in the countryside. In terms of the car, it's doing better than me at the moment, because it keeps going. I'm having to slow down to go up some of these hills, but all good so far. So we've just crossed over to the other side of the road, and I'm now heading up to, could call it the peak of Argonho Beacon. It's where the beacon is anyway. So yeah, we're going to head up here. There's a couple of nice bits of track that should test out the capabilities of this little car. So onwards and upwards. Now the sun is coming down. It's a beautiful day, but we're about to head up what is the steepest part of the beacon, and there's some really interesting routes up this part. So I haven't actually been here with a crawler before, but looking forward to seeing how the car negotiates this last little climb. And then there's a couple of other sections that I want to go visit before we head back to the car. So actually now I'm at this part, it is far bumpier than I remember it being, so I need to decide if I'm going to go up the right side, up the middle, or to the left. I think I might venture up the middle. So here we go then, straight up the middle of the hill. The camera really doesn't do it justice. I did mount the GoPro on top of the car in the hope that it would follow the bonnet, and therefore you'd see how much the car was moving over the terrain. However, the image stabilization within the camera has decided to pick the horizon, to keep the horizon stable, and therefore you can see how much the car's bobbling around underneath. But this surface is really undulating. Where people are walking up, there's sort of natural footsteps and being put into the terrain, which the car got up just fine actually. The view from the top you can see for absolute miles. As I say, we're right on the edge of the Chiltern Hills, Over this side, you can see in a distance there, I think that's Wendover, right out in the distance. So fantastic views, but we're not really testing this car to its full capabilities. So my plan is to head back down the way we came and head out to the other side of Ivanhoe Beacon. Got a bit of a walk for me. I'm impressed with how long this battery's lasting, to be fair, because it's not been a short walk. And obviously I've got the GoPro on the car following me on my stroll, still steering with my thumb, and say the car currently is on full throttle because I've put it to the slightly slower gear setting. Obviously this has got 2 gears. If I put it into the faster gear, I'd probably have to break into a very light jog to keep up. So actually the slower gear is about my walking pace, but as you can see there, it has overtaken me. I tend to stop when there's dogs around because you never know how they are going to behave. But we're going to head across this little mud track and see what we can find on the other side of the downs, because I am aware that there are some really nice areas. Okay, so we're over the other side of Ivanhoe now, and we've got this massive valley down here, which I'm toying with heading into. Yeah, this has got really steep very quickly. It's almost a sheer drop down into the valley. So yeah, I'm not sure which route to take, but I'm not sure how well the car is going to do on some of these steep drops. So I might have to zigzag my way down the hill. So it is so steep. You can see it's so steep. Camera doesn't do it justice, but the rear wheels are literally lifting off the floor as it slows down. So it runs the risk of toppling. Oh, please don't topple. There's a little plateau just here that I could get the car onto. Oh, nice. So I've pretty much camped out on the side of this hill. The footpath that I was following has kind of come to a bit of a dead end, but I found a nice little section where I can test out just how steep this car can perform. So yeah, I'm going to sit here for a bit, enjoy the views, and have some fun. Yep, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you can see in the background, but that last hill, it was a good one. The car is definitely not out of puff, but I am. So for a first outing with the car, it's been a really nice chilled out afternoon, some quality me time, downtime, and yeah, great to be at one with nature. So I'm going to head home and have myself a nice roast dinner, and see you again soon.